Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Anil from Woodwork, and this machine was a big mistake. I have a daughter, you guys, and whenever we go out, she always sees something she wants, whether it's something shiny, something trendy, something she wants in a given point in time. And I always tell her, park that idea. In a month, if you still want it, we'll go get it. But sometimes we go ahead and impulse buy that item. Some of those items she no longer knows exist. They just end up catching dust in the corner of her rooms, or we end up cleaning her room out and find things that she bought a year ago that she only played with once. And I think this tool is a prime example of that, right? Comment down below if you ever had a tool or if you bought something that you've used one time and now it just sits, right? As humans, we all want things. Our minds just go into this cycle of what's something new I can buy? What can I add that would enhance my experience? What can increase the quality here or increase the quality here? How can I increase quantity here? We always want something, but it doesn't mean we actually need those things. This tool right here, this is a mortising machine. If any of you guys are familiar with this machine, you know exactly what it does. But for those of you who don't know what it is, let me give you a little backstory on this machine. This machine right here was invented by two brothers, Robert and Ralph Greenlee, in 1874. This style of joinery was used in Germany when they were building homes, and then it was later adopted by the Roman culture. It was actually known to be one of the first styles of joinery that was discovered. This machine right here, what it's used for is basically to create rectangles or squares in wood, right? It's create joinery. So if you have two pieces of lumber, instead of just screwing those two pieces of lumber, you can create a divot or a hole within that lumber to create some form of joinery. The same effect that you get out of this machine can be created using a chisel. Now, me knowing what I know now as a woodworker, I know that chisels is a less expensive tool that I can use. It's a little bit more manual, but it doesn't require the learning curve that it takes to use one of these tools, nor does it cost a hefty premium to get started in. Brand new, something like this will cost about $675. I was searching Facebook Marketplace and I found it for 360 bucks. Really, I think it was around like 350, but including the gas to get out to where I had to buy it, it came out to about $360. I thought I was gonna use this tool to create like table joinery, create swings, and other woodworking pieces with it. But to be honest with you, I never even turned this machine on. I actually really don't even know how to use the machine because I never took the time to learn how to use the machine. Also, you guys, if you're liking this format of content, me kind of outlining some of my mistakes that I made, comment your thoughts below what you would like for me to cover next. Make sure to subscribe. It's free to you guys. I do have a one video return policy. If you don't like the video, you can unsubscribe, unlike the video, retract your comment, but go ahead and do it for us. The YouTube algorithm loves it and it would help our channel grow. All right, so let's get back to the video. So here's why I think you shouldn't buy this machine. First and foremost, the cost isn't really justified. This machine brand new is about $670, sometimes upwards to $1,000 depending on the style of mortising machine that you go with. Not to mention, it sat in my shop for over 3 years, never been used. I bought it thinking I would use it, never used it. The only thing I used off of this machine was this little Allen key right here for a Murphy bed build that I needed a specific size Allen key. Other than that, I never used anything else on this machine. I turned it on once just to see that it was operating, but never used it outside of that. And then on top of that, the learning curve. This is a machine that you have to have a specific style of woodworking or joinery that you're trying to introduce to your pieces that requires this machine. If you really don't have a need for this, or there's no purpose for you to have this in your shop, I'd highly recommend staying away from it. It's heavy, it's bulky. It literally sits on the floor in the corner of our shop. I'm considering selling it to someone that will actually find use of this tool. Me personally, I've used my Festool Domino more than this tool right here. And there's a reason for that. It's because as I grew as a woodworker and a carpenter, I knew that I needed some type of mortising or tenoning machine, and the Festool Domino just works best for me and what we use it for. All right, you guys, so the moral of the story is buy what your skill level requires, right? Buy the tools that you need at that given point in time. If you have a surplus of capital and you want to learn something new, go for it. See if you can find it on Facebook Marketplace before you buy it brand new. But honestly, stay away from tools that you just want because it's the shiny new thing to have, or you see other woodworkers using it in their videos. If you really don't have a need for that type of tool, it'll probably sit in your shop for years before you decide to use it or decide to sell it off to somebody else that will use it. And if you buy it new, you end up taking a loss on the resale value and someone ends up winning using that tool. So do I recommend buying this tool? No, simply because I've never used it. Don't really know how effective it is using it on woodworking projects. But if you guys use this machine in the past, or you find a need for it, comment down below what you use this machine for and if it does serve your shop well. But for me, it doesn't really serve a purpose. All right, you guys, so again, if you like this format of video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Turn the notification bell on so you're alerted when we do drop new videos like this one or how-to videos. Drop a comment of what you think about this machine, about my story and how I made this mistake. And also just hit that like button so that the algorithm knows that this is quality content and it could get out to a larger audience. Thank you for watching this video. And here's actually something you'll get a lot of use out of, a shop dolly. YouTube is gonna recommend this video next. I highly recommend you guys watch this on how to build one of these bad boys. We've used this for countless projects. It helps us move heavy load items around the shop. We've also used it to bring heavier items into clients' homes without having to hire outside sources to help us move things around. If you guys wanna learn how to make one of these shop dollies, I highly recommend watching the next video. Thank you again for tuning in. Peace.